Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to our video. Here with us, Group 7. We will presentate, uh, analyze motivational strategies and propose gamified elements for engagement. It's about self-determination theory, gamification, and intrinsic or extrinsic motivators. Before that, let's move to list of contents. We have self-determination theory, gamification, intrinsic and extrinsic motivators. Also, the last gamification strategies to change intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. But before we start, let us introduce ourselves. So there are two partners of mine. So you guys can introduce yourselves.
Okay, all right. My name is Aliyah Faras Khalia with student ID A1B224053.
And my name is Ghina Musyarofa Baroka with student ID A1B224009.
And also I as moderator as Mayza Zahrafattuna Giyatri with student ID AYB224065. Okay. Now we will move to the first topic that will that will presented by Aliyah Faras Khalia. So Aliyah, the floor is yours.
All right, so the first one is self-determination theory. Self-determination theory explains how being self-determined impacts motivation. People feel more motivated to take action when they think that what they do will have an effect on the outcome. Self-determination theory was founded by Edward Deci and Richard Ryan, who first introduced their ideas in their 1985 book, Self-Determination and Intrinsic Motivation in Human Behavior. They developed a theory of motivation that suggests people tend to be driven by a need to grow and gain fulfillment. Next. So, self-determination theory has stated that humans have three psychological needs. The first is autonomy, that states that people need to feel in control of their own behaviors and goals. The sense of being able to take direct action that will result in real change plays major problems in helping people feel self-determined. Next is competence. People need to master tasks and learn different skills. When people feel that they have the skills needed for success, they are more likely to take actions that will help them achieve their goals. The third one is relatedness, feeling connected to and cared for by others. Another essential part of self-determination is the ability to experience a sense of belonging and attachment to other people. Next. For the next one, we have gamification. Gamification is the application of game design elements and principles to non-game context to increase engagement, motivation, and participation. That's all for my part. The next part will be presented by Gina. Gina, the time is yours.
Thank you, Aliyah. The next material, advantage of gamification over traditional learning approach. There is also increasing learner motivation levels, improving knowledge retention, better learner engagement through social mechanisms like badge points of leader guards. Next. The next material, neuroscience of gamification. The first one, gamification connects people on an emotional level. Gamification creates an emotional connection between the content and student. It strongly influences the individual's attention, which makes them more receptive to learning. The second recall is controlled of the hippocampus. The hippocampus is the part of the brain that controls the, the, the amount of information we recall or remember. Gamification stimulates the hippocampal memory, which helps promote the storage of new information into long-term memory. Next, game playing improves endorphin release. Endorphins are natural painkillers that improve relaxation, calm, and focus. Gamification strategies improve endorphin release, helping to create an environment ideal for focused learning. The next material by Mayza. Intrinsic and extrinsic motivation.
Okay, thank you guys for delivering the materials. So the next is intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So we need to know about the definition first. The definition of intrinsic motivation is the drive to engage in an activity due to the satisfaction or enjoyment derived from the activity itself. In contrast, extrinsic motivation is the drive to perform a task because of external rewards or pressures. Okay, so we have an example here for each intrinsic and extrinsic. For the intrinsic motivation, someone plays the piano because they enjoy the process of playing music and feel satisfied with their progress. So if they are doing that because of their self, it's called intrinsic. And the example of extrinsic motivation is someone works overtime to receive a bonus or recognition from their boss. It's like you got pressure to do works, so that's called extrinsic. And then gamification strategies to enhance intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Gamification is the application of game elements in non-game contexts to enhance engagement and motivation. In education and training, gamification can be used to boost both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So gamification is uh, take a big part in to enhance intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. And then here we have enhancing intrinsic motivation, providing appropriate challenges. Offering tasks that are challenging but achievable can increase a sense of accomplishment, and personal satisfaction. So the constructive feedback, providing feedback that helps participants understand their progress and areas for improvement can boost their motivation to learn and grow. So if we providing appropriate challenges to ourselves for interesting, which is it comes from ourselves to improve more and learn to grow, it will really help us um, to improve. And then the ensuing extrinsic motivation, points and badge, rewarding achievement with point or badges can encourage participation and extra effort. Leaderboards. Displaying participant rankings can promote healthy competition and motivation to achieve higher positions. So the meaning of enhancing enhancing extrinsic motivation for points and badges, leaderboards. It's like we do something very affordable to achieve an achievement. Like that's really motivate us to become more uh, apa sih bahasa to more
Productive.
yeah productive. Thank you, Aliyah. And I think that's all we can explain about analyze motivational strategies and propose gamified elements for engagement. I hope that helps much, and I hope everyone who watched this video could understand about what we have explained. So I think that's all. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.